Pinoy Tambayan, where we talk about relevant issues, interesting topics, and Pinoy life here in Canada. And for this episode, let's talk about the Filipina who fought against three colonizers. Who is she? And what is her contribution to Philippine history? Pag-usapan po natin yan. So, stay tuned po. And before anything else, if you haven't done it yet and you're watching us on Facebook, please like this video, drop us a follow, and share so that more viewers can enjoy watching, and who knows, maybe they can benefit from our discussion as well. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell so you'll get notified once we post fresh videos for you or once we go live. At ngayon pa lamang po ay nagpapasalamat na po kami ng taos-puso sa inyo pong pagtangkilik at pagsuporta sa ating pong programa. And in a way for us to thank you, let us entertain you with a song. So here's my cover of the song Aking Kaibigan by Ricky Sanchez. Let's watch this po.
Aking kaibigan, dinggin ang awit, paalaala ang inihahatid, ang Diyos ay nasa'yo, patnubay mo, tunay alalahanin, mahal ka sa'kin. Sa bawat araw, laging dalangin na pagpalain ka ng Diyos sa tuwina dahil sa mahal ka niya. Kung ika'y hindi kapiling, kasama ka sa aking dalangin. At kung ako'y di na naaalala pa, wag lang si Kristo ang limutin mo. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Ang Diyos ay nasa'yo, patnubay mo, tunay alalahanin, mahal ka sa'kin. Sa bawat araw, laging dalangin na pagpalain ka ng Diyos sa tuwina dahil sa mahal ka niya. Kung ika'y hindi kapiling, kasama ka sa aking dalangin. At kung ako'y di na naaalala pa, wag lang si Kristo ang limutin mo. Aking kaibigan, dinggin ang awit, paalaala ang inihatid, ang Diyos ay nasa'yo, patnubay mo, alalahanin mo, mahal ka ni Kristo, kaibigan.
Okay, and that was the song Aking Kaibigan by Ricky Sanchez. Okay, and for our topic po, Parkland, did you know that there is a Filipina who participated in the fight against three colonizers, the Spaniards, the Americans, and even the Japanese during World War II? Let's hear her story po. Kabayan, did you know that there is a Filipina who took part in the country's fight for freedom against the Spaniards, against the Americans, and even against the Japanese during World War II? So, who is she? Let's talk about her and her contribution to Philippine history. If France has their own Joan of Arc, the Filipinos has their own version of Joan of Arc, who led battles in the fight for freedom. Okay, so who is the Joan of Arc of the Philippines? Who bravely led Filipino soldiers into battle and won many fights? She is Teresa Magbanwa, or popularly known as Nay Isa or Nanay Isa to people who are close to her, and was regarded as the Joan of Arc of the Visayan region of the Philippines. Teresa was born in Pototan, Iloilo on October 13, 1868 to affluent parents Don Juan Magbanwa and Doña Alejandra Ferraris. Don Juan was a judge at the Court of First Instance in Iloilo City, while Doña Alejandra was the daughter of Captain Benito Ferraris. Teresa was the couple's second child. Joining with her are sisters Maria and Paz, and also her brothers Manuel, Pascual, and Elias. Teresa Magbanwa was said to have been a precocious child, a bit tomboy, and remembered by one of her sisters as a person of dynamic personality, restless, and unafraid of any man. Teresa studied teaching in college, first at the Colegio de San Jose in Jaro, Iloilo, that is in 1885, and later in Manila, where she studied at three different girls' schools, that is the Colegio de Santa Rosa in 1898, in Santa Catalina College in 1886, and Colegio de Doña Cecilia, where she earned a teaching certificate in 1894. She also earned a master's degree from the University of Santo Tomas and had taught in several schools in the province of Panay. She was a classmate of Doña Aurora Aragon. Who was Doña Aurora Aragon? She was the wife of President Manuel L. Quezon. Teresa married Alejandro Baldero, a rich landowner from Sara, Iloilo. And soon after the marriage, she gave up her teaching career to work on the farm with her husband. And while on the farm, she learned the rough ways of farming, learned how to ride a horse, and even how to fire a pistol. Around that time, the Philippine Revolution has just started, and two of her brothers joined the Revolutionary Army, where they become officers, that is Pascual and Elias. When the war against the Spanish colonizers broke out, Teresa, who was just 28 years old around that time, joined the revolutionary forces of the Katipunan under the guidance of her uncle General Perfecto Poblador, who enlisted her in the army. When the war broke out at her home province of Iloilo in 1898, she, along with her two brothers, led the Katipuneros into battle. Although the Katipunan around that time largely excluded women from being active in fighting, but instead recognized the role of women to care for the children, care for the old, and the sick during the war. While Teresa wanted to continue to help out the war effort, her husband Alejandro was against it. But she did not listen to her husband and went on to battle with her uncle, General Perfecto Poblador, who assigned Teresa as head of the command of a battalion of Bolo troops in Iloilo. Teresa fought in several key battles during the revolution, On the 3rd of December 1898, her forces fought and defeated Spanish troops at the Battle of Barrio Yoting, which took place in Pilar, Capiz. This was her first battle. Her efforts during the Battle of Barrio Yoting earned her the nickname the Visayan Joan of Arc. She was strong-willed and determined, and also caring and affectionate as a mother to her troops, earning her the nickname Nanay Isa or Nay Isa. Nanay being the Visayan and Tagalog word for mother, and Isa, a shortened word for her name, Teresa. Still on December 1898, Teresa or Nanay Isa led her troops against the Spanish forces at the Battle of Sapong Hills, still in Iloilo. The Filipinos prevailed despite the odds being heavily in favor of the Spanish troops. After these battles, Teresa's forces were joined by revolutionary forces from Antique under the command of General Leandro Fulion for a march into the heart of Iloilo City, the capital of the province. And on the 24th of December 1898, Teresa or Nanay Isa, along with her troops, were successful in the liberation of Iloilo City alongside General Martin Delgado, General Roque Lopez, General Quintin Salas, and others. Along with other generals, Teresa helped circle Iloilo City, allowing General Delgado to enter and retake the city from the Spaniards. The commander of the revolutionary forces in the Visayas, that is General Martin Teofilo Delgado, commended Teresa for her bravery and military abilities and entrusted her leadership in many more military campaigns throughout Panay Island. During the Philippine-American War, Teresa participated in several battles against the American forces together with her brothers. Her brothers were both ranking officers. Pascual was a general while Elias was a major. During the Philippine-American War, on the 11th of February 1899, Teresa fought in the Battle of Iloilo City alongside General Martin Delgado. Teresa and her troops defended Iloilo City against the advancing American forces of Brigadier General Marcus Miller. This battle ended with defeat as Teresa and Delgado and their men pulled back and retreat as the American forces took Iloilo City. But on the 10th of March 1899, Teresa and her men regrouped and participated in the Battle of Balantang Jaro alongside brothers General Pascual. This battle resulted in Philippine forces retaking Jaro from the Americans. For her valor, she was given a prominent place in the celebration that followed, with her leading her troops into the city riding a white horse. That same year, Teresa participated in the defense of Balantang, a nearby town which was known in history as the Second Battle for Jaro. After many successful fights and campaigns, Teresa soon suffered personal tragedy as both her brothers died that same year of 1899. His brother General Pascual Magbanwa died in December 1899 at the age of 24, and her other brother, Major Elias Magbanwa, also died at the age of 19. Both deaths was too much to bear for Teresa. In 1900, while she was training her men at Santa Barbara, a town close to Iloilo City, war broke out and the town fell into the hands of the Americans. Teresa and her troops surrendered to the American forces, where she eventually settled quietly and returned to...
Okay, and before we continue with the story of Teresa Magbanwa, the Filipina who fought against three colonizers, the Spaniards, the Americans, and the Japanese, let's pause to watch this video. With this video, I would like to invite everyone to join the like and share promo. Ayan. So, for the details and mechanics, how to join, let's watch this po.
Join our like and share to win raffle promo. Just like our videos, share our videos for a chance to win a $100 gift card from Mark's Warehouse. Here's how to join. Whenever we go live, please watch our videos and click the like button, share on your Facebook wall, and don't forget to leave us a comment letting us know you have done the requirement. And just like that, you're in. A winner will be announced every raffle date. And for more information, don't forget to click the link on the description. And remember, the more like, the more share, the more entries, and the more chance of winning.
Okay, and before anything else po, I would like to thank everyone or those who joined our like and share raffle po. We had our first draw last Wednesday po, and the winner was Alpha. Ayan. So, tuloy-tuloy po ang ating like and share raffle promo po. So, please, join po kayo. Okay? And let's continue on with our video. So, during the Japanese invasion of the Philippines in World War II, Teresa was not an active fighter during those times, but she did what she could to help out the Filipino resistance during the Japanese occupation of the Philippines. Though Teresa was old at the time, there is little doubt that if she had been younger, she would have been the first to take her horse and lead men into battle. Shortly after the outbreak of World War II, her husband Alejandro Balderas died. Teresa sold her property in Iloilo to help finance the Filipino guerrillas at that time. She provided constant financial support to the guerrilla movement, and in her small ways and sacrifices, it was still instrumental in encouraging and in helping Filipinos fight and resist the Japanese, the third foreign invader of the land. Her marriage to Alejandro did not produce any offspring, and after the end of the World War II, as a widow, Teresa moved to Mindanao, where she lived with her sister Maria in Pagadian, Zamboanga del Sur. Okay, and before we wrap up our show po, a word from our sponsors.
This portion is brought to you by Michelle Bailey of Century 21. So if you're looking to buy a residential home, an acreage, or even a farm, look no further. Michelle Bailey is your real estate professional who can help you with your questions and needs. To contact her, just call the numbers 306-621-5032, or you can email her at michelle.bailey@century21.ca. Yorkton Asian Store has all your needs for Filipino and Asian goods. From groceries to frozen goods and meats. They even have your favorite Filipino bread and pastries. They cater also for your money remittance needs and balikbayan box services. They even have a spacious dining area for you to enjoy your Filipino lunch and snack foods, and your favorite drinks. The Yorkton Asian Store is located on 81 Broadway Street West in Yorkton. And if you have any questions or inquiries, you can call the numbers 306-316-3238 and look for Ronnie or Giselle.
Okay, and that wraps up our show po. Thank you very much po for joining the discussion. Until next time po, take care everyone. Stay safe and God bless po.